أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي من أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني لا يفقهوا قولي. إنه لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء. وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم. صدق الله العظيم. Hi everyone. I'm just updating. Um, a lot of weird stuff keeps happening in my life, and it's hard to explain it to people. And it's also hard to avoid people thinking that I'm trying to get attention, because that's not what's happening. Attention is needed to what's happening, because a lot of people are talking about climate crisis and all this stuff, and basically my story proves that it's all because of greed, not because of human inability or lack of knowledge or whatever. It's all because of greed. So people who are making a lot of money selling you all this energy, they do not want free energy to come out. So one of the basic parts of fractal gear field theory says that energy is more abundant than water and air combined. Like if you take the abundance of air and the abundance of water, energy is more abundant than both of those combined. So just for air to exist, just for water to exist, there's energy inside those atoms. Lots of energy. So that if you could make water into a nuke, you could nuke water, which is basically cold fusion, right? Uh, Nuclear fusion, which fractal gear field theory made that possible. But if you could do that, you wouldn't get more energy than is already in there. So there's so much energy in there. The idea of nuclear fusion is converting water into energy. Like all this, break down all the subatomics and you get energy. So why can't we do that? We keep talking about fictioneering. So the modern world is using all of its technology and ability to push fictioneering. Fictioneering is defined by me as where you pioneer a human future based on fiction. So what should we do? How should we do? Da 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 da. And then you base it on movie plots of fake stuff that's not real. So that's like Satan's pipe dream. He loves that, and that's why Satan runs fiction. He runs it. Fiction is actually part of the religion of Satan. So he wants humanity to be confused, to not know the past and what they bring. So he's created a cult of people who are all about fiction. So fictional stories, like Shakespeare and all these people, were probably part of secret societies. So fictioneering is part of their religion. Because their religion is Satan's religion, is to confuse humanity, make them all messed up. So the best way to do that is to make reality based on fiction. If you can do that, if I was Satan and I could base all of your reality based on fiction, you're always going to watch the more fictional, more adventurous, more fantastic. So just going to keep making the movies like that better and better and better. And you're going to stick to it more and more. And then you're going to start solving problems from your life. Like, what should I do in this situation? Oh, and then right away you think of your past memories, which are all fiction based. They're all based on fictional stories. So, like, the whole problem that Muslims have with the rest of the world is that we say what we have is not fiction. It comes from God. It comes from the one who has no fiction in his names. He doesn't lie. He never lies. He never tells fiction. Uh, so like, it's just humans that would try to say hell is just a lie. People just made that up. But instead of really thinking that hell is real and your God does not want you to go there, he wants you to escape it. That's what his desire is. That's what God's desire is. Like, don't ever think that it is your God's desire to put people in hell. It's just, these are the rules. These are the rules. You do this, you go over there. You do this, you go over there. It's just like that, and that's the nature of real reality. Uh, that's what fictioneering is all about. To tell you that if you go here, you go up there. When really, if you go here, you go down there. You don't go up there. It's just fiction. So then, when you base decisions of your life on fiction, that's what happens. And then I also wanted to talk about the transgender movement being having a main priority of detaching families from children so that the government can control everybody. And that happens with certain laws, such as all volunteer military. So, like in the United States, we have no draft. That's why I argued that we should bring back the draft. Everybody should have to spend time in the military. Everybody. If you're young, and if let's say you're going to be a doctor, going to be like a top scientist, you got like a scholarship in a college, well, okay, you can stay out of the military because you're especially important with your academic work. So that's just the way it is. But most people will not qualify for that, and they would all have to participate. That's how we should do. But I tell people that in a time of false flag events where we and our children are being sent to wars, we have no idea what they're really about. We just believe that we're fighting terrorists or we're fighting like some rebels, or it's just something that's made up. They create the rebels, like Israel Gaza. Israel fighting Gaza, talking about we got to stop Hamas, we got to do this. It's been proven, and everybody can go look at it. Israel has the whole of Hamas infiltrated. They know everything what they're doing, where they are, where they stay, all that. This has been proven. Like top Hamas leaders and officials turned out to be part of Israeli intelligence, and they were just undercover. They lived in the Middle East and they spoke the language, so you can't really tell. Like I could be Jew pretending to be Muslim. You would never know. And then I could just go join Hamas and do this and do that. So that's the false flag stuff that happens because of certain things that are happening, particularly all volunteer military. And all volunteer military is necessary to allow false flag events to happen. Because if it's not all volunteer and you have a false flag event, there's going to be massive protests. Like parents are going to like probably go assassinate people in Congress over something like that. So it's kind of deep. Fictioneering, I categorize it as a mental disorder, and that it's actually it gives birth to other mental disorders. So it's what's the word to call it? It's a parental mental disorder. So if you mess with fictioneering, you get all kinds of stuff. So we have stuff like rise of narcissism and homosexuality right now. It's rising. Nobody knows why. It's because fictioneering is so huge. Just the fact that a man can be a woman is totally wrong. Like that can never happen. You can't ever really do it medically. And like from my point of view, like I know that like a male tiger smells another male tiger and they have to fight till the death. Same with the male lion, unless he's the brother and we were raised together, maybe that's different. But like they always kill the male. There has to be only one male. So Then I'll take that into sexuality. To what I think personally is, I feel bad for homosexual men because every time they have sex, the scent makes them want to fight. It just makes them want to fight each other. They don't like this. A man doesn't really like the scent of a man. You can explain that with fractal gear field theory. They hear the fractal geometry of a male, fractal geometry of a woman. That's why they attract. The geometries are like, I don't even have the word for it. Conducive or coinciding. I don't know. You can make up a word for it. So, um, in nature, male wants to kill male so he can have the females. Almost all the animals are like this. Only human beings like make it different. But like once you understand this reality of it, that a male sexing a male has a problem, a violence problem, and I figured this out long ago, decades ago, when I lived in an all gay city. It was called Cambridge, and it's like what's the other place? San Francisco, which is mostly gay. I found out from people I worked with, they would talk about it all the time because they were gay, and they used to say this common phrase: "Gay sex is like ultimate fighting." And then I said, "What?" And then they're like, "Oh yeah, because anytime two gay men have sex, it's always punching in the face. I'm gonna beat you up. I'm gonna like kill you. Stuff like this." And that just goes to show you the real nature of what's happening, and the real structure of the whole thing. So, uh, when the schools tell your kids that they can change their gender, you should leave that state. Go to a state where the schools don't tell your kids that. That's all there is. Bye.